Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to 12th standard max class. Today we are going to see a new topic, complex number. As you have came across most type of number, today we are going to see a new number system that we called as a complex number. Okay. Last class we have done the application of matrix and determinant. That is over. We have so many value based question on it. I think you have to do that one and complete. And then what are the doubt is that in that value based question, that is wording question, that you please message me. Inshallah in the next class we will do that one. Today we are going to see a number system which is new to you. So far you have studied only a few number system like natural number, whole number, real number, integers, fractions. These are things you have studied. In this class you are going to learn a new system, complex number. That is your chapter 2, and then how it's going to be helpful to us, that we are going to see here. Today I am not going to take much because the introduction is very important in this case. After introduction we will see that things. Right? Okay. So first, number means what? Any idea? Number is nothing but which is helpful to us to count. Okay, which is useful to us to count for counting purpose. Okay, we begin with the how our old people, that is our forefather, use the number, how they are saying. Means first the number system, how it's generate means number is in a symbolic structure. A form will be there, or structure we can say symbolic structure. What is symbolic structure in this case, if you want to know, means like they're using like this cross lines as we are using in a tally mark. If they want to give some goods, means sack bag, means they will say that they will draw that much lines. I have given 4 bags, means they will draw 4 lines, which means that they have to return back that much number of lines. Return back. There is no money during this stage, so they have used in this time. Or some people, they will use stones. They will keep some stones here. So how much stones they are keeping, that much back they have to give. Likewise, only the transaction has taken place without a number, that we called as a symbolic form, or we can say structural form. Slowly we won't have a particular dates when the symbolic or structural form change into our now number system, like 0, 1, 2, 3, how it's we are not clear about it, because nowadays it's a global village, we are saying, in the entire world, because whatever it's happening in any corner of the world, we can easily able to know that in a fraction of time using phone. But those days it's not possible because of there is no communication or connection between the lands. Between the lands means in between the countries. If some incidents happen, means it will take so many years to reach that one. So that's why we won't have a clear idea about when the number system who has given this structure or this one. So different places they have used different symbols. Now it's ultimately came to a fixed form of 0, 1, like this one. Okay. Now we will move to the next number, that is, that one is a natural number. What's a natural number? As you know that natural number is starting with 1, 2, 3. Only the numbers, there is no 0, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will goes. Okay. So only these numbers we called as a natural numbers. As if they have given a 4 bag of wheat, means we have to return 4 bag of sugar, like that the transaction has taken place. So there is no need of 0 or something. In some cases I have given 4 number of sugar bags and they have written a 4 number of wheat bags, means then balance is what? Nothing is that. So to nothing to represent, they have introduced a 0. which means that there is no balance at all between u and s. So they have introduced 0, 1, 2, 3. Likewise, the structure has developed, and we gave this number as a whole number. Okay, so whole number started from 0, 1, 2, 3, like that it's gone. So previously it is in a structural form, then they have introduced number form. After the number introduced this one, we need some 0, so that 0 introduced by Indian, and then we gave it as a whole number system. After this one, in some cases I have given 4 wheat bags, but they have given only 2 bags of sugar, means then balance is how much? Minus 2 is that. The balance 2, how we are going to represent? In that time we need some other number, that is negative number also we need. So we introduce like -3, -2, -1, that minus number system we need. So that is the need of that time. So that negative number introduce that, and then slowly this whole number change into a integer as you are studying, right? Integer we came across, and then after integer we have both positive, negative as well as 0 we are having. Next, as its days goes, and then that time we can see that for example, the same example I am giving, I have given 4 bag of wheat, but they have to give what, 4 bag of sugar they have to give, but unfortunately they are able to give only 2 and half of the bag. Then 2 half of the bag is nothing, but how much bag is left now? 1.5 bag is left. That 1.5 is there. No, the half, 1 half, quarter, 3/4. Likewise, the fraction introduced. So while it's coming fraction, they have taken as a real number. They have taken as a real number. In real number, everything will cover. That is from minus infinite to plus infinite. Everything. That is a natural number, a whole number, integer, positive, negative, fraction, 1/2, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 2.1. These are all things are covered in this real number. So likewise, only the number theory has developed. First its symbolic form, then it's converted as a natural, then natural to whole, whole to integer, and real number. Now this, so far you have studied in 10th standard up to this one only, that is real number system. After this real number system, certain cases is there. In that case, real number is not fulfilling our needs, so we need to introduce a new number system that you called as a complex number. You might be have studied in 11th standard, but I want to give introduction, that's why I have written like this. Okay, symbolic also you must know this meaning, as already you know the natural number usually will represent n, and whole number we used to mention w. Integer z we will use to I we can write, not z, I we can write here. Some book z also they are representing, which is nothing but integer, but now we no need to do this z, you take it as I itself. And real number, you know that R is real number. Now the complex number we will able to represent as z. Okay, z is nothing but here complex number we can use. Okay, why we have to learn this complex number? It's very important. Real number we know it's everything, it's cover, positive, negative, 0 and a fraction, everything it's cover. What is the need of complex number? Means, see, what is the square root of if you take a square root of 4, what you will say? The answer 2. That 2 is nothing but what? Plus 2, or it may become minus 2. Okay, what does mean means, see, 4 I can write as 2 square. Can I write? What is the value of 2 square? 2 into 2, 4. So same thing, minus 2 square also we can write it. That value is also what? 4 1, isn't it or not? 2 into 2, 4. So this is obvious case that you know. And minus 2 is nothing but how you are going to write? Minus 2 into minus 2. So first multiply the sign, minus into minus, what will become plus, then 2 into 2, what will come 4. So this 4 we got it either by 2 square or either by minus 2 whole square. We don't know from which it 4 came. either from plus 2 square or either from minus 2 square. So that's why we are writing the value of square root of 4 is either plus or minus 2. It may come from plus 2 or it may come from minus 2. We don't know. For that reason only we are writing both the possibilities, that is plus 2 also I am writing, and then I am writing the minus 2. Okay, that is fulfilled by real number. Now it's come to take a square root of minus 4. What will be the value here? Square root of minus 4. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea about this one? What is the value for minus 4? Don't say that minus 2, because that's why I have explained here clearly that if you square 2 also answer is 4. If you square minus 2 is also what it's coming, plus 4 only it's coming. So that's the value of square root of 4 is either plus 2 or minus 2. But you now need to tell me that what is the value for root minus 4. Okay, this is the thing is not fulfilled by real number system. So something, the value we have to write it here minus 4, but it's not in the real number system. So that's why we need a new system. That new system we called as a complex number. Okay, you might have learned this value is you may say that plus or minus I2, right? Okay, since you are in 12th standard, in 11th standard itself you have studied what it's the square root of, what is the complex number. Since I am taking a new to you people, that's why I want to say this, so be clear. It's an introduction class. Okay, so we got the value of root of minus 4 is plus or minus I2. What is this I? That is nothing but imaginary. That I is nothing but we call it as a imaginary, we can say imaginary number or imaginary part, whatever you can say here. I represent here imaginary. Why I should write as a imaginary? It's nothing but the value, that root value is not lies on a real number, it lies on a imaginary part. So that's why we are saying that number is imaginary number. So now you can see complex number usually represent what? Z, and it will be in the form of A plus IB. It will be in the form of A plus IB. So you can see A is nothing but here real part and B is nothing but imaginary part. Okay, so B is nothing but imaginary part. Why we are saying it's an imaginary part? I is there for that one? No, certain value is that for negative square root we will write as a I. So that we'll see what's the I. So what's the value of I? My root of minus 1 is I, we will say. That is the thing we are going to see in these cases. So square root of minus 1 is here, I will say, that will be stick with the B. So that's nothing but we are separating this minus 4 is the no, I am writing here. So minus 4 we can write as square root of minus 1 into 4 we can write. Okay, we can write it, right? So minus split the square root minus 1 into root 4. So as you know, this value is what? Plus or minus 2 it's coming. What's the value of this square root of minus 1? That will give as I. Now you multiply it, now plus or minus 2I we can write. So that is the nothing but we are getting a imaginary part. So complex number is like a mixed form of real and imaginary. Together we will say it is a complex number system. So that's the thing we are having here. Okay, so I want to little bit explain you graphically this one, so that it's going to be useful to you. Okay, now you can see. Okay, you just see I in your book also it says given this example. I want to do with the same. It's simple thing. I am writing here y equal to x square minus 1, and here I am writing as a y equal to x square plus 1. You can see here I want to draw graph for this one. So what will be the things? X square minus 1 equal to 0. Let I am taking. Then x square is coming here plus 1. Then x value is square root of 1. Then square root of 1 is what it's coming, plus or minus 1 will come. This is one thing, right? Okay, here the same thing, x square plus 1 equal to 0 I am writing. Then x square is what it's coming, minus 1 it's coming. Then x is coming as square root of minus 1. The square root of minus 1 is nothing but plus or minus I, we can say. Okay, this is the value in 11th standard. You may have studied this one. Okay, so this you part, keep it in your mind. So actually this is what, it's a root. X equal to 1 is one value, x equal to minus 1 is another value we are saying. What's the value? You just substitute here in this equation. XR, in place of x here you put 1. What's coming? 1 square is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So that one value is satisfying what we have taken. Minus 1 you substitute. Minus 1 square is 1. So 1 minus 1 is what? 0 it's coming. That's the value. Now you just square this one. X square value is what we are taking, minus 1. If you put minus 1 plus 1, answer is what? It's coming 0. So it is also satisfying. Now the question is not that one. You just draw the graph. What you are getting, you can see here. See, I am drawing the graph. So many times you have drawn in the 10th standard itself graph. See what's the value of x here, it's coming plus 1 and minus 1 it's coming. Surely here it is minus 1 and here it is plus 1. See, I need not want to explain how to draw the graph. It will take a waste of time. If you draw means it will be a parabolic structure and then it will goes this one. So you can see here, in plus 1 it crosses x-axis, in minus 1 is also crosses x-axis. You draw, as you know how to draw here, minus 1, you know that, right? So you will write y x square minus 1, then put the value for y. So you are getting x, you take it here and then you write it everything. You can write the number, x value is minus 1 0 1. Likewise you draw it, you will get this structure like this one. Similarly for this diagram also you draw it. If you draw this structure, what you are going to get it means, if you draw this y square, this is y equal to x square minus 1. If you draw this graph, what you will get means, here it will goes like this. Here the value of y will be 1 here. So likewise this graph will goes. This is x square plus 1. So in this way the graph will be there. So which means that here 2 solution. As you know, the degree of equation is what here? 2, because highest power of variable is 2. So definitely it will crosses x-axis. How many places? 2 places. This is 1 place, here 2 places. So root is 2. How many roots are there? 2 roots. What is the value? X equal to minus 1, x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1. This is the 2 roots values. Whereas here you can see that a graph is not at all crossing what? X-axis. So there is no real root. In 10th standard you have written no real root. We will say it's a no real root. Then no real root. No root means we won't get a root at all. But here they are saying no real roots, which means in real domain, in real number system, there is no root at all. There is no root at all, which means, so here there is no root on real number system. That's why we are not getting a value for x-axis. So we will get a root in what number? Complex plane. And complex number only we are saying it's a complex plane also we can say. Alright. Complex number is only we are saying as well as a complex plane also we can say, that system. What's that value now? Then a value is x equal to plus 1 or x equal to minus 1. That 2 roots will be there here. Say why it's 2 root now? Here also the highest power is 2. So how many roots will be there? The 2 root only. What's the root now? X equals to I is one root. Another is x equal to minus I is another root. These 2 roots will be there. But these 2 roots I and minus I represent imaginary part. Definitely the roots will be on complex number, not on real number. That is the things, that is the need of complex number we have to introduce. Alright, okay. Now little bit the notes you keep it in mind. It's very important. Based on this one a simple exercise is that we need to do. If you understand this one, we will be able to understand everything. So first thing, what's the value of minus 1? Square root of minus 1. What's the value of square root of minus 1? We have given its I. Isn't it or not? Value of minus 1 is I. So I am writing the same thing. The value of I is minus 1. Okay, I am just square on both sides. So I square equals to what will come? Root of minus 1 square. Can I square it? So this is I square value. So this is square and square root will vanish. So the value of I square is minus 1. Value of I is square root of minus 1. That you keep it in mind. I value is root of minus 1. I square value is minus 1. Okay, let it be cubing. If you are doing cubicing here, what will become here? I am cubing on both sides. Cube root of minus 1 whole cube. Can I write? The I cube is I cube only. There is no doubt. Okay. This cube is that. Can I break this 3 as in the form of 2 plus 1? Because 3 I can write. That is the 2 plus 1. Now square root of minus 1 square into root minus 1. Can I write? What is the square root of minus 1? As you know that square and square root get cancelled. So I cube here it will come as such. And this square and square root get cancelled, a minus. And then this is root minus 1. So the value of I cube is what we are getting? Minus square root of I. We are getting minus square root of I. Okay. And now you just raise the power. Raise the power to 4. Raise the power to 4. Power to 4. If I am raising the power 4, that is I power 4. This side what will come? Root of minus 1 the power 4. Right? This 4, can I split this 4 as 2 plus 2? Because 2 plus 2 value is what? 4 you are getting. So therefore, root of minus 1 square into root of minus 1 square. So that's mean square root get cancelled minus 1. Here square root get cancelled minus 1. Minus into minus plus 1 into 1 1. So we are getting the value is 1. For what? I power 4 value is we are getting 1. Okay. So these are the things you must know. Right? Okay. So I value is root minus 1 and I square value is minus square root of minus 1 I value. I square value is minus 1. I cube value is minus of root of minus 1. And then I power 4 value is 1. We must know the I square value and I value and I square I power 4 I value. That you know means everything we can able to understand in this case. Okay. I am writing here so you can easily understand. So I value is square root of minus 1 and then I square value is we are getting minus 1. Then I cube value we are getting minus root minus 1. And I power 4 value we are getting as a 1. That's the thing we have to keep it in mind. These are all very important results. Okay. Now a general form I want to do. General form of what we are going to do here. General form of I power n. That is I power n is n. I power n we need to do it. Okay. So I power n, can I write I power n as 4p or 4k whatever. 4p plus k you can write. Okay. That is I am writing here I power n. How you are writing now? I into 4p plus k. Whatever this p. This is a general form of any number. Why I am writing here for I power 4p? Do you know? Yeah, as you know, I power 4 value is what we are getting 1. Any number by real that is a Cauchy-Riemann equation or some other ways that is any number a we can write bk plus a equals to bq plus r. That division fraction theorem 1 in 10th standard if you read means division algorithm will say any number a we can write it as bq plus r where a is going to be divide number, b is a divisor is this is divisor, this is divisible by b, and q is a quotient, r is a remainder. This b will become 4 and q plus r. That's a form. Any number a we can write it as 4q plus form. B if we are taking divisor. Okay, this is I am not want to confuse. We'll do one problem. We will able to understand why I have written 4 means What's the I power 4 value? What's the I power 4 value? It's 1. For that reason only I am writing here. So now you can see this 4p, I can write it as I power 4 whole power p, I can write plus k, plus it's a power, so don't forget it. So power na please, what will come? I into k, it will come. I power k will come, into only will come. Okay, so here 4p is there, I am writing here 4p is here, 4p into I power k we can write. After this one, this steps you will write. What this step? I power 4 whole power p. The into is the power of power we can write. So I power 4 value is what? 1 power p will come into I power k will come. This I power p 1 power p, any number, its value is 1 only. So 1 into I power k will come. Then this value is I power k. So I power n we can write it as I power k. We can reduce it. Why we are reducing, that we need to see in that one. Okay, so let's we go this few example problem, and then I will give homework to you. Please follow that one. It's going to be useful to you. Okay, now we will see if it is power is negative, I power minus 1 is that. Then I power minus 1 is nothing but how will you write minus na? It will come down, isn't it or not? Minus. Now imaginary number I should not be in denominator. We need to do what? Rationalization work we need to do. That is, multiply the same number above and divide by the same number. Then the value is not going to be changed. So that will become as I here. Okay. And here multiply I into I square. As you read now, I square value is minus 1. So I divided by what will come? Minus 1. So this minus 1 goes up now. It will become minus I. So we can easily write I power minus 1, we can write it as minus I. Each and every case you are going to do the same logic to convert the negative. For example, I power minus 2 is there. What you are going to do? The same thing, 1 by I power minus 2 will comes in denominator plus 2. Now you know what's the value of I square. I square value is minus 1. Then this value is minus 1. So I power minus 2 value is minus 1. Similarly, you can do I power minus 3. I power minus 3 value, what you are going to do? 1 by I power 3 is there. Isn't it or not? Now you don't multiply with I cube and above and below. We just multiply I and divide by I. Why? Because denominator will become I power 4. That value we know. For that reason only. If you multiply above I and divide by I, so numerator will become I and denominator will become I power 4. As you know, I power 4 value is what? 1. So therefore I divided by 1. So I power minus 3 value is what you are getting? I. So likewise you can easily calculate all those things. Right? Okay. This is negative. If it is coming negative also we can multiply. Similarly you do it I power minus 4. How you are going to write? I power minus 4 is I power 4. I power 4 value you know that 1 by 1. So that is nothing but 1. So we can write I power minus 4 value is 1. Likewise we can calculate any number which is negative. Okay, let's we solve one or two problems. Why we will do this one. Okay, I have written here. So please carefully see and do it. Now first problem is example 2.1 is there. Evaluate, they are saying we need to find the value or reduce into a simplest form. Here what's the I power, what is the 7. So I power 7, how you are going to write? I power 7. I power 7, first you try to break as much as you can. So I power 7 I can write 4. Why I am writing? You know that one. 4 is a positive. So for that one 4 and 3 is a through 3 can be written as 2 plus 1. Isn't it on 7? I can split it as 4 plus 2 plus 1. So this will become as I power 4 into I square into I. Isn't it or not? As you know that I power 4 value is 1. I square value is minus 1. That you keep it in mind. I have written here. Square root of I value is root of minus 1. I square is minus 1. I power 4 is 1. So that value I have written. I power 4 value is 1 here. And I square value is minus 1. I is I only. So plus 1 into minus 1 minus 1. Minus 1 into I minus I. So the value of I power 7 we are getting as minus I. So that's a thing we need to keep it in mind. Okay. So that is one example. Another example is I equal to 1729 is that. Just now we are previously I have written here, you can see here 4p plus k, multiples of 4 I need to write. So whatever the number is big, it's more than we can say 10 or whatever, to a double digit or triple digit, the number you first divide by 4. Division algorithm we are going to do is 1729. I am going to divide by 4. You know 4 4s are 16, balance 12 is there, 4 3s are 12, so 12 gone out, then 9 is balanced, then how much is there, 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are, you can write, right, 4 2s are 8, balance is 1 here. So you can write this 1000, it's visible, right? So 1729 you can write 4 into 432 plus 1, isn't it or not? Multiply it, you will get the same. If you multiply 4 into 432, you will get 1728 and plus 1. So this I 1721 can be written as I into 4 into 7 432 plus 1 I can write. Okay, so now you can split this one, I power 4 whole power 432 I can write, plus 1 is that is the I value you can write. You know I power 4 value is what? 1. So therefore this is 1 power 432 into I. 1 power anything, answer is 1. So 1 into I. So that 1 into I is I. So we got the value of I power 1729 value is what we are getting. I we are getting. That is in this way we need to sum. Alright? Okay. This is so simple. Similarly, if it is 2 number is that you do it. Okay, I will do one more problem which is little bit complicated, you may feel, for that reason. So you can see here n equal to 1. N value is summation is there. Summation means each and every time in sequence and series in 10th standard, 9th standard, and then 11th standard you have studied. Varies from 1 to 102. I power n is there. So you just apply this one. 1 it may be 1 plus next what will 2 plus I power 3 will come plus I power 4. Okay, so then I power 5, then I power 6, then I power 7. Likewise it goes up to what? I power 100 plus I power 101 plus I power 102. This in this way will goes. It will goes in this way. All right. Okay. Now see, I am writing a 4 4. I power 1 plus I square plus I cube plus I power 4 I am writing. This is one set. 4 4 I am writing. Plus next what will come? I power 5 plus I power 6 plus I power 7 plus I power 8 will come. So plus it will goes up to this one, and then we know 100 is what? 100 will get as I power 97 plus I power 98 plus I power 99 plus I power 100 is that, and then this is one set, 4 4 set, because 425s are 100 will come for that reason. Then balance is how much is that? I power 101 plus I power 102 will come. Here you can see this is one step. Okay, what's the value of I ma? I want to write it, I want to make it. I value is what? I only, there is no change. I square value minus 1, you know, right? What's the I cube value? Minus I, you know, right? And then I power 4 is plus 1. You can notice here I value is I square value is minus 1, I cube value is minus I power value is 1 is that. So plus I and minus I will vanish, then minus 1 plus 1 will vanish. So what's the left here? For this 4 term the value is what? 0. Similarly here also will come same way. I power 5, how we can write? 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 now I power 4 is 1, I power 1 is 1. So same thing here also what will come? I minus 1 minus I plus 1. So plus I minus I plus minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. This value is 0. It will continue up to this one. So we can simply write 0 plus so on up to this 0 4 0. Now the balance is I power 0 1. So I power 0 where 1 will turns to I power 1 and this will come, I square value will come. Alright. Okay, so that is the thing. So remaining thing is 100 can be written as 425. Balance is 1. Just now we have done this problem now. I have divided by 4. Same way you can divide here 100 divided by 4 now. 425 is 100 only now. Balance is 1. So for that thing no need to do. Straight away we can write I here I square. So this value I is I only, there is no doubt. I square value only, what's the value of I square? Minus 1. So complex number it will become minus 1. I am writing first number then I. So this is the value of summation n ranging 1 to 102 I square I power n. The value of that one will be here. We are getting minus I plus 1. I think hope you have understand this one. Similarly some cases may come I power minus 279 and plus I power what will come 196 likewise is coming now. This positive separately do. This negative, leave the negative sign, only the number you operate it and multiply, you will get the answer. Okay, if done else we will do in the next class. Inshallah we will see in the next class. Please go through this one and try to solve as much as you can. Okay, assalam. We will see in the next class. Thank you.